Easy clap.
That's it? Your intro was so good last week.
That's the intro, baby. Well, because you're back, so the intro has to be bad. Anyways, what's up? Easy clap, episode 19. We're back, the duo. You know, the last co-host we had, you know, she did pretty good.
She did pretty good.
Yeah. But she said she didn't want to come back. So
2000 gamer dude. Womp womp.
Anyways,
F in the chat for her.
I think I already said this episode 19. Episode 19. We're gonna be talking about some Pokemon. It's gonna be like the Pokemon Legends of Arceus review.
Is it Arceus or Arceus?
No, it's Arceus, but I grew up saying Arceus, and so I'm gonna stick to it.
That's fair.
Okay, so you've been gone for a little bit.
I have been gone.
I'm sure nothing important happened.
No, not really. No, I just had a baby.
Oh,
okay. Well, I didn't have. I didn't physically have the
Yep.
baby, but I now have a baby that I'm responsible for.
Yeah, he, like from what I heard, he named his baby Ursa Luna after the game. So
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Volkner.
Wait, shut up.
Cynthia.
Because Volkner's a really good name.
I actually named him Volkner Cynthia Thompson.
Wait, you know who my this is a deep cut. My favorite name in any Pokemon game ever, since we're on the topic.
Sudowoodo.
No, it's not a Pokemon name. There's two of them. It's two trainers. Flannery. I love that name.
Flannery.
That
really
sounds
like something that, like, another way to say fart.
Oh,
like
Lord.
flatulence.
The other one is Grimsley.
Grimsley.
Sounds
grimy.
I will never get over.
They only play with muck.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I'll never get over the name Grimsley.
What's muck backwards?
Stop. Because the nickname would be Grim, and imagine
that reminds me of like someone from like Invader Zim, like a character. Isn't
Yeah.
that his name? No, wait, no. Grim is from Mandy and
the Misadventures of Billy and Mandy.
Yeah.
His name is Grim. Anyways, that was very weird to start the podcast.
We're doing a Pokemon review for you.
Okay, so do you just want to get straight into the Pokemon stuff? Yeah.
What have you been doing this week?
Oh yeah,
I'll start it off.
Usually I ask that question.
Leading it off.
Playing a lot of Pokemon. Playing a lot of Overwatch.
Pokemon while waiting for Overwatch lobbies.
That is true. I've been diving way too deep into K-pop because, like, okay, listen.
Wait.
And not in a weird way. Like, we get it. Like, I like K-pop, right? But there's like a new group I've been listening to, and like sometimes you find a new group that's just like, this is it, bro.
This is better than TXT.
Oh, well, it's a girl group, so it's different.
Oh, okay.
So like TXT is like the best guy group to me, but then like
better than BTS.
Oh yeah.
Oh man,
this girl group is tied for my favorite. There's two of them. There's ITZY and then 2000 Gamer. See, it's an S and a G because it's Stacy Girls.
All right.
Okay.
That's
what I've been doing. What about you?
I've been playing a lot of Overwatch. We weren't winning a lot of games, and so we switched up the accounts, and now we're 3-day win streak. And then yesterday was a little rough.
Yeah. Okay. We switched to the main accounts.
Yes.
Yeah. We weren't just like, yeah, fuck this. We're gonna go Smurf.
Yeah.
No,
we were gonna go Smurf
in
in people's true rank. No. We went to the main accounts.
That's true. And started winning.
We started winning. It was crazy. I couldn't
pay
to win. I could pay to win on the other account for some reason.
Technically, yeah, you couldn't.
But then a lot of Pokemon. I have played the crap out of Pokemon. I think I already have over 24 hours invested into the game, like pure game time. When you have a child, like
he said, I just had a baby, but actually I'm only playing Pokemon.
Okay. So the baby has to eat like every 1 to 2 hours. So your sleep is very like, it's like 30 to 45 minute spells. And so I've been trying to let my wife get as much sleep as she can. And so sometimes I just stay up into the middle of the night playing Pokemon and just checking on the baby every now and then. And so
then you sleep during the day?
Yeah, I've been going to bed at like 7 a.m. and then waking up around like noon to 2. So I've been playing Pokemon throughout the night. And I mean, I have pretty good Pokemon. I don't know if you want me to read off what I have already, but I think my team is pretty diverse.
We'll get to the team.
Okay.
It's a little too early. We haven't even talked about what the game is.
That's true.
We could be talking about BDSP for all we're talking about. Whatever. I lost my train of thought, but basically the Pokemon that I've been playing, I feel like I put so much time into this game and I am absolutely nowhere because
you could do so much that doesn't have to do with the story.
I read this like perfect tweet where this like, it brings me back to like the monkey in me, which is like, you know, like way back when you were like a caveman and you're like just like gather and stuff like that.
What?
You know what?
Is that a game?
No. Yo, you know how like
I was gonna say it reminds me of Grand Theft Auto where you can just like do everything besides the story mission and have just as much fun.
No, I just feel like I'm returning to Monk. Like, I'm going back to Caveman Jonah, where I'm just like, need to gather. And like, I go around,
you're just
like,
getting like resources.
Yes, I'm just like collecting berries and catching Pokemon. And then like, I find wood, I craft.
Yeah.
Like, that's
like leveling up.
Like, I forgot there was like an objective in the game.
RuneScape, where
Dude,
you're like,
yes.
gotta farm.
I was like, I spent a whole hour doing one thing, and I was like, I can't even remember why I'm on this side of the map. And I was like, oh, there's objectives. Like, I need to go do this shit in this game.
Yeah, this game is completely different than any Pokemon game in the past. And I think, like we said before in our predictions, that people are going to take some heat from this because it's so different. But then also, it's appealing to a different, like, I've seen plenty of things on TikTok where people are like, hey, this is my first Pokemon game ever, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Now, the only downside to that, I think, is first off, the tutorial is astronomically long. And then second off, this game has so much needless text. And that may be coming biased from someone that's played so many Pokemon games. So you know pretty much like the objective
like,
of
you know
the
how
game.
to play it.
Yeah, like catch a Pokemon, use a Pokeball, battle, make sure he doesn't die kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where this game is like taking you back to basics, which is good for people that are like first time Pokemon players. And I think that's kind of what this was geared towards, a new generation of Pokemon enthusiasts.
Yeah. And okay, so we'll get to it. All right. Legends of Arceus came out, what, 3 days now? It's been out for 4 days?
It's been out since Friday, and Friday was the 28th.
Okay, there we go. So it's been out for a few days. It takes place like way back in the past of Gen 4, which is Sinnoh. But it's like before you actually like trained and battled Pokemon.
Yeah,
really.
It's before Pokemon were actually just like wild creatures that people were scared of.
Yeah, like people. So like you're in a safe town, and then people are afraid of the Pokemon. So you're like, to leave the town, you have to talk to a guard, and he's like, "We'll watch after you," and like he escorts you. You join a team because you fell from the fucking sky for some reason.
Yeah, and you have a cell phone where Pokeballs are made out of wood.
He picks up the Arceus phone, and they're just like, "Oh yes, that's an invention."
Yeah, that's like literally having like, I don't know, like an iPhone in like the 1600s.
That's true. Yeah. So, and then from there, you just follow the task along, just like every other Pokemon game, where it's kind of like there's a story alongside the gym battles you're doing, alongside catching Pokemon and training and stuff like that. The only difference in this one is that there's no gyms. There's other objectives. It reminds me of Pokemon Sun and Moon, where you didn't battle gyms, you battled trials, which were more like, can you beat this trial? And it involved battling Pokemon, but not necessarily people. So it's a lot like that. So with that being said, first off, good of the game. What's your favorite part of this game? Like, what makes this game good?
The fact that if you're battling Pokemon and all of your Pokemon faint, you don't just get teleported to the nearest town and you just revive and you have to redo it. You can like just leave the battle. So sometimes, like if I'm battling like an alpha Pokemon and I lose all my Pokemon, I can just back up, go hide in the tall grass, and literally just revive everyone and go back to that Pokemon, and it still has the same health. Yeah, so you can do really all that outside of battle.
Yeah, I think one of my favorite features, and now I told someone that I know that like, if they just put this feature into like the game already, like, and kept everything else the same as like Diamond and Pearl, this would be worth the money. And it's the fact that when you're battling, you can run around.
Oh yeah, and just move around.
You can just freely move around. You can watch it from any angle you want of them attacking. That is the coolest feature they've ever put in Pokemon ever.
So you can see your Pokemon attacking from the other Pokemon's point of view.
For the other person's perspective, you can be as close or far away as you want. So like, what I like to do sometimes too is like, if I'm battling someone just for XP and I know I'm going to one-shot them, I press the move and just start sprinting off because I know I'm going to one-shot him. And then it just like, he kills him, he comes back to me, and I'm already like 20 feet ahead.
I do something similar with mine. In this game, you can, like he already mentioned, that you can craft, you have to craft items. You have to craft your potions, your Pokeballs and stuff by getting like materials. Well, your Pokemon can help you gather that because there's some things like the stones used to make like the heavy ball and the feather ball. You have to actually break stones. You need a Pokemon to do that. I didn't realize that you can absolutely just use a drive-by, and you're not limited to just throwing out one Pokemon. So there's times where I've thrown out like 3 Pokemon to break 3 different rocks simultaneously, and there's like no distance requirement.
Wait, can you really do that?
Yeah.
I did not know
You can
that.
just like, so like sometimes if there's like a group of trees and I want all the berries on each of those trees, instead of having to throw one Pokemon out, wait for it to knock the berries down, pick them up, next one, you could just start cycling through your Pokemon and throw out your whole Pokédex and then just walk away.
Fast. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. I like that there's just like, I mean, this is the first Pokemon game where it feels like there's like skill involved, like where it's just like little things like that. Like, yes, you can take the time and go one by one, but now if you're just quick on the switches, you can just like gather things faster, craft faster, kind of thing.
Yeah, I think overall this game, first off, I'm very positive on this game. I think there's a lot. This game does so much more good than it does like, man, I wish they did this, man. Like, you know what I mean? I find myself being like, wow, this is so cool. Wow, I can't believe they did this. Like, they really, I don't want to say like they took risks, because this was something that was kind of a long time coming that people have been asking for. So it's not really a risk, because they know a lot of people are going to like it. But it does kind of feel like they did take a risk by having to be like, there's no gyms this time.
Yeah.
Like, there's no really trainer battles. Like, you'll run into a few trainers, but they're storyline trainers. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's like the trio of like bandit sisters.
Yeah. Yeah. Or like someone's like, you can't beat me and my Goomy. It's like, well, I've got a fucking level 55 Pokemon. Like, I'm going to beat you, Goomy.
Yeah. I have an Alpha Gyarados, and your level 20 Pokemon isn't too intimidating.
Yeah. So like, I know for a lot of people, that's their negative, I think, is that there aren't trainer battles. To me, that's a positive.
We talked about this, and that was one of my negatives, because I'm like, I like to ram my head against the wall and just like battle, because I think sometimes it's cool, the different typings and stuff, and trying to like manipulate that to have yourself at the advantage. But also the free roam world is like, it's like a hard balance. It's like, I want to be a little upset here, but then the positives are really outweighing.
It super outweighs the negative.
Yeah. And I also, the Pokemon here have personalities. Like, I don't know if you've seen it. The classic one, or not classic one, the coolest one I think I've seen so far is when you run into a Mr. Mime, sometimes he's sitting down on an invisible bench. So he just looks like he's floating there. And then he's drinking like tea from an invisible, from an invisible glass. And he's like pouring himself, like, cause I mean, he's a mime. So he's like miming in the wild for no one else to see but himself. But you could just walk up on that. And that's like, and so cool.
You see like Shinx, and I'm trying to think of other Purloin, the other cat, like they're very often sleeping, like taking cat naps.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
Even the Alpha Purugly was sleeping.
Exactly. So like, there's so much like detail that goes into like things that I'm sure most people that just like, kind of like you said, like they just want to battle, they just want to do this. Like, it gets missed by them because it almost isn't for people like them. You know
also,
what I mean?
We always talk about this with Pokemon ones, how Gyarados' typing is wrong, but he's water flying. This game, they actually like paid homage to that, I think, and almost as a meme. And they have Gyarados that you can find in the water, like, which is normal for Pokemon. But you can also find Gyarados that are legit slithering in the air. Like, they are flying.
When I saw that, because in the beginning, I was ahead of you, and then I just started, I'm so far gone on my, like, trying to get every little thing that, like, you're so far ahead of me now. But when I first saw that, I was like, he's gonna fucking love this. Like, I know it's something that you're gonna bring up,
and there's only one.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
He's just fucking vibing in the air, and I was like,
so cool.
I wish it's so many Pokeballs trying to hit him, because at that point I didn't have the Feather Ball yet.
Oh, I used a regular Pokeball. Oh. The Feather Ball you throw way too far,
dude, and you throw it fast as hell.
Like, I found like one spot, and then I just like kept changing my aim just by a little bit until I'm like,
it just kept
this is gonna be perfect right here. I just kept trying right there. So
yeah, I hit that Gyarados 3 times, and all 3 times it broke out, and I was like, okay, fine, I'm just gonna get a Magikarp and I'll figure it out. Yeah. But I don't want to tell too much about my team yet.
Yeah. So like, I think for this game, what do you think now that we've played so many hours of it? First off, I know neither of us are done with the game, so it's hard to give like a
I'm almost there.
You think so?
Yeah, because in this game, for the main story, there's stuff after the story in this game. Spoiler alert. I don't know what it is, though, so I can't spoil too much. But there is, like, post-game things to do. Is. And in this game, like we said, there's no gym battles, but you have to, like, quell frenzied Pokemon. In this game, there's only 5 frenzied Pokemon. Oh. I've quelled 4 at this point, so I'm almost there. But then there's also, like, stars, which are, like, badges. And so, like, what normally it's like 8 badges.
Yeah.
This one, 10, it's 10 stars, and the stars take forever. So, like I said, I am 4 out of 5 complete on the pseudo gyms, and I'm only on my 4th star.
Yeah.
And the stars are what allow you to gain access to further regions and more Pokemon.
And stronger Pokemon.
Yeah, so that shows you how much more there is to this open world game than it's just like, just cleanse the Pokemon. That,
like, you have to, like, this is a grind game.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if you want to complete this 100%, which a lot of people love Pokemon for the reason of being like, I get to complete the Pokedex.
Yep.
And then, like, I think a lot of people do it so fast now. I know it sounds crazy to say, but
yeah, you'll see speedrunners on
they'll complete
Twitch.
The Pokedex super fast, and then now there's nothing left for them. you can complete the Pokedex in this game, and there's still so much more to do.
Yeah.
Like there's whole like crafting like things you could complete. There's like all these things you can find, like
certain evolutions that are like the same kind of evolutions where it requires like Electabuzz into Electivire. There's like that, but the way to like do that in this game is a little more complicated.
Yeah.
So
also like when you're oh gosh, I lost it. What was I gonna say? Oh, for each individual Pokemon, they also have their own challenges.
Yeah, which is like, because sometimes first off, the moves, the way that you can add moves to your Pokemon now, where you don't have to go to like the move tube or anything, you can just do it from your like I don't know, dashboard screen where you can instantly change the move of a Pokemon. That's so cool. But then there's Pokemon that like so for me, I have a Typhlosion. He learns Fire Wheel, and one of my challenges is you have to see him use Fire Wheel so many times, but he doesn't inherently learn it. I have to add that move once he's like learned the ability to do that. Yeah. So if I don't do that, I never do the challenge. So it's like you'll never have the same move set on your Pokemon throughout the whole game, and I think that's so cool.
Yeah, and I like that it's like some of them are very like grind heavy, and some of them aren't. Like some of them are like defeat 50 of this one Pokemon.
Yes, oh my gosh.
And like, or it's like be attacked by this Pokemon this many times, or
watch this Pokemon use this specific move.
Yeah, and it's like something that you're gonna have to like take a lot of time to do, and like that's completely fine to me. Like I really don't mind having to grind out individual stats on like, you know, like a checklist, because like that's something that I enjoy doing. That's why I take so long to complete like this part of the game.
Yeah.
But I think what would be interesting is let's compare the differences of this game to like main story Pokemon games and previous games, and like what we think of that specifically before we get into like what we like, dislike, and like the actual overall of the game. So like one of the big things we said was different was there aren't any gym badges. Like, is that to you, is that a positive thing or a negative thing?
I'm like in the middle. Like I think it's cool for what because if you accept it for what it is now, it's super cool. But the one thing I miss is the fact that these gym leaders are like their own specific typing, and the game has like created like, so you have the ice trainer and you see like everyone use a specific niche group of Pokemon. I think that's cool, and I think I kind of missed that a little bit. But that's like regionalized now, because sometimes when you unlock a new region, it's like, hey, the professor's like, this region's a bunch of ground poison Pokemon. So you know exactly where you need to go to get any Pokemon like that.
Yeah, and it's very similar. Yeah. Like to me, this is very, very similar to
it's like the gym leaders are like the regions in this game.
Yeah.
Instead of being actual gyms.
And I think it's like, okay, so this is like a really big topic when Sun and Moon came out, when they found out there weren't any gyms, and people were like, arg, how dare you change Pokemon? This is what I like to do. Which, like, first off, people hate change, but also most of the time it ends up being a positive thing. Like the net outcome of change is usually good, especially in video games.
I think the happy medium was if they kept this game exactly what it is and added gyms in, but they weren't a requirement of the main story. So you're still appealing to the people that are like, I want to do trainer battles, and that's where you can constantly do them if you choose to.
Yeah, I think so. For me, I think this is better than gyms. Now, this is okay. I think my take on this game is not the most common one, but I think it's something that the general public might agree with for some of it, at least people that like the part of Pokemon that I do. That being said, I've like made competitive teams and played like online tournaments like in Pokemon. So don't get me wrong, like I enjoy battling, but man, this is so much more fun than going gym by gym by gym. Yeah. Because it's not hard. No. Like Pokemon games aren't hard. Like I've played part of a ROM hack that's supposed to be like the hard version of a Pokemon game. I played Blaze Black, which is like,
oh yeah,
okay, so
I saw that on TikTok actually today.
Yeah, so like, did you really?
Yeah, it's like one of the gym leaders is you're in a double battle and he uses hail, and that hail allows Blizzard to hit every single time he uses it, and it's a double battle.
And the other person uses Blizzard.
Yeah,
yeah.
One Pokemon uses hail, and then they both start using every Pokemon has Blizzard because of that.
Yeah, there's a couple different like games that are like that where like it makes the game hard, and like, cool, go do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Pokemon isn't a hard game. When you go into a gym and they're like, watch out for Candace, she uses ice Pokemon. It's like, okay, cool, I'll go in with the fire Pokemon. Like, you know what I mean?
Candace.
Yeah.
She's like, lucky. I held back.
Yeah. Or it'll be like you'll talk to the people.
Dienda. Yeah, that gym leader. I remember that one.
Shut up. You'll talk to people like out around the town, and they'll be like, boy, oh boy, that trainer gym leader, he's really good with rocks.
that damn guy with his darn Charizard killing everyone. Too bad his weakness is only water, and we don't have any water Pokemon.
I know, and they'll hint and they'll be like, if only there were a trainer here that understood how water works.
Yeah.
It's like, shut the fuck up. Like, this is so easy. So, like, I'm tired of gyms. Like, in fact, to me, they could continue this, like, version of Pokemon and maybe switch it up a little bit with the gyms. But, like, I'm okay with never going back to having 8 gyms, Elite Four. That's fine with me.
Yeah. This game is literally, I think, any regular Pokemon game. And then they took, so let's just use BDSP because that was the most recent game besides this one. And they took Pokemon Go, which people loved, and they just smashed them together.
Yeah, they really did.
They literally just they took the best from both and axed the gyms and literally just put them both together. So now you're in an open world like you were in Pokemon Go. There weren't really battles in Pokemon Go unless you battled Team Rocket or you went online on purpose to battle other people that were looking to battle.
Yeah, I think the one thing they could do if they want to implement gyms, which, like, there has to be a two-way street on this one, because what they could do with, like, there's like however many regions in this game. I don't know how many there are. Let's pretend there's 6 or 7. I can't remember. What if to get to the next one, you have to beat the head of that region?
Oh, yeah.
So it's almost like a little mini Elite Four each region.
Each region, yeah.
Okay, but there should be a second way around where if you capture every single Pokemon in that region in their evolution, then you get to move on to the next one, so that people that want to collect can collect and move on.
Yeah.
And then people that want to battle will be like, well, now the game is, what Pokemon can I find in this region that can beat these guys?
So you can choose to either speed run or you can choose to 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure there's like another way around, but for me, this is perfectly fine. This is great. Now, like, I think gym battles though are better than fucking Sun and Moon's version of Trials. It was cute, being like, which Marowak is different than the other, and one's spinning a different color fire thing, and then that's the fucking trial. Like, that's the whole trial.
Like, oh darn, I don't have access to the internet.
Like, I'm okay without that one, but like, I don't know. Like, I'm kind of done with gyms, I think. What else is different in this game? Battling. Okay, this is a good one. Battling trainers, as well as like being able to capture Pokemon without going into battle with them.
Yes,
better.
Better. I like the fact that you can finally sneak up on the Pokemon opposed to them jumping out of the grass at you.
And it's faster.
So now it's like, hey, I'm going to jump out of the grass and hit you in the face with an Ultra Ball.
And it's faster too. Like,
yeah.
I think this is a very cool way of like not having to go into battle every single time. And like, God forbid you have like Intimidate or Leftovers or something that like causes the like screen to wait an extra second.
My Gyarados with Intimidate and Leftovers.
So like, if you don't kill it in the first move and you're trying to capture it, you have
like,
to keep doing it. I'm like, oh my God, hurry up.
Also, speaking of, I said you could like speed run and throw out multiple Pokemon to catch like berries and stuff off of trees. You can do, I don't know if you've been to like the zones where it's like, hey, there's an influx of this Pokemon in this zone. You can literally chunk out Pokeballs and hit like 5 Pokemon at once, and they can all be like ticking in their balls.
Oh yeah.
Like you can like machine gun throw everything. So like there's been times where I've caught like 4 Shinx in like 10 seconds kind of thing. Yeah. And I think that's cool because I mean, I know a lot of people are shiny hunting in this game, and that's one of the ways to do it because the more you catch, the more they spawn.
Do you think not having trainer battles is worse or better? Like, you know how like, so now in this game, you don't find those trainers that are like hiding around the corner. They're like, you've walked in my eyesight.
So the amount of trainer battles in this game, I think, is the perfect amount because they're dribbled in here and there. And then once you defeat the trio of bandits like 2 times, then they randomly spawn and they'll surprise you. Like one of them will. They'll be like, oh, I caught you unguarded.
Yeah.
Battle me. And they have like 2 Pokemon. And I think that's the perfect amount because sometimes trying to get from one city to the other city in the regular Pokemon games, having to deal with like, if you don't have a repel like I do, get 50 random encounters plus the 3 trainers that are like, oh, you're level 60 Charizard? Take this, my level 4 Weedle. And it's like, really? That's just a waste of like a minute of my life.
If you forget to battle a trainer.
Oh my, you have to go back with your like legendary Arceus and just be like, hey, check this out, bro.
Hey, Trainer Joey. And then it's like, he's like, my Rattata. Like,
it's like, you killed him. Like, you actually killed him. Yeah, I vaporized him with a Hyper Beam.
I agree. I think there's a good amount of trainer battles in this game, like the right amount. Now, I think you could add a few more trainers here or there. Maybe like they guard off like a region, or not a region.
What if you had to like, for some alphas, what if you had to like beat someone and be like, I don't think you're strong enough to battle this alpha. Beat me and then we'll see.
Yeah, that's fine with me. That's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. Like, if they guard off like just a little small part of each region, and they were like, I run these parts or something like that, and like,
or that there's like a small region where like the Pokemon are like 5 levels higher or something like that, and it's just like you shouldn't have access because you're not worthy.
yes, yeah, like that would be fine with me. But I think it has to include the like yes or no option.
Exactly.
Because
Where
it
it's
does
like if
have
you
that.
want to do that, sure. If you don't, you can completely leave them untouched.
Yeah, like for like when you battle the guy that, oh god, what is he? He's like the head of the, he's one of the like pearl people, and he looks like a little cowboy. He's
Oh
the
yeah.
Gumi guy. He says like, do you want to battle me? And you can say no, and
Yeah.
you can come back to it later. I'd like
He's
that.
guarding the cleaver tree.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So like if they did that where it was like you either have to battle them or
Come back later.
do something different, like complete a task, like
Mhm.
that would be great. Like I think once again that's a good balance. And so like I'm fine with those trainer battles also. Like again, like I said again, like I think my opinions on this as we're gonna go through this are gonna be like insanely positive because of how high up I am on this game.
I mean, I've already voiced my like. I only have like 2 negatives for this game. Is one that I just wish there was gyms for that little bit extra interaction with trainers if you want it, and then the fact that there is a novel, a Hemingway novel of text in between every interaction. It's like, dude, I can't hit B fast enough because it's like I've spent. I mean, my wife was watching me play, and even she said like, "Wow, it's been like 5 minutes and you have not moved."
So I think though that like, you know how we were just talking about how catching every Pokemon or battling every Pokemon, or like even like or like battling all the gyms, like that's for specific people. Like
Some
you just
people are
got
really into the story.
Well, that, but also you just got to realize that maybe that part isn't for you.
Yeah,
like that
that's
part
true.
is clearly for people that are just checking out this game and they're like, I don't even understand how Pokemon work.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
If you go in blind into this game, bro, you've got no clue what's going on.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Now, like I will say, maybe there should be like a speed up button.
I mean, I already have my text on the fastest skippable, but you should be able to like hold B and skip the whole interaction if you're just like, yeah, I understand. Thanks.
The problem is that like they wouldn't want to do that and then everyone skip it, or someone accidentally skip it and then not know what's going on.
Yeah, and then
like, so it's one of those like, I think in every Pokemon game it has that, and it's one of those like necessary evils where it's like,
yeah,
we don't.
It's like
need
the tutorial to every Call of Duty, and it's like, do I know how to crouch?
Yeah, or like
as we're like on COD 16.
Yeah, or like when you first make a Overwatch account and you have to follow Tracer, and it's like,
we talked about this where you should be able to just like either skip the training altogether and come back to it later, or do it if you're new.
Yeah, but also in the grand scheme of things, you're only spending, I think the actual text of like a tutorial is only like 39 minutes or 41 minutes.
To be fair, this game is not meant for people our age. It's meant for like,
Pokemon's for everyone.
But like it imagine like I guess for people listening, because I know I've been like very critical in the amount of text and explaining this game does. Imagine if you were 12 years old. You know what I mean? Like
that's not hard, honestly.
That's who's buying this game. So like at that time, I mean, I didn't even know what a shiny was at that time. And now people are like, YouTube video, how to hunt a shiny, this and that. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You know,
that's why like I know I was talking shit earlier about like running into those people in the towns that are like, did you know that this type is weak to this type? Like to me, I'm like, like I've played this game a million times.
Yeah, sure, water to fire, but then there's types where you're just like, how is dark super effective against ghost? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, like it wouldn't be there for no reason.
Yeah, there's someone that benefits from it, and I guess it's better off to have it than be confused.
Not, right? Yeah, because what if you got stuck on a part and you had no clue what to do until you find the one Galaxy member way out in the middle of the boondocks in this game, and he's just like,
no, that's completely fair, because we talked about how much we like Ratchet and Clank, and there was a mission in the original Ratchet and Clank, and I couldn't get to like, I think it's called like Deepwater City, because I could not figure out how to do this. Now, granted, I was like 8 years old, and I don't have access to the internet to like be like looking up things or like walkthroughs or anything like that. There was no game guide, and so guess what? My favorite game in the world, I just had to put down because I literally couldn't do anything more.
Yeah, like you'll find these like in this game, you'll find people out like the Galaxy members that are like watching out for you when you're out there.
And they just give tips.
Yeah, he'll be like, I heard that this person was looking for you.
Yeah,
and like, oh, that's what I was doing. I need to go do that.
The one thing that the recent Pokemons have done is that they don't leave you out in the dark. You can just hit up on your menu and it'll tell you like what your next objective is.
I really like that.
Yes.
That's something,
because sometimes you can just get lost.
Dude, that's helpful for me. And I've played every single Pokemon game since Red and Blue. And like, it is so nice to be like, I'm way out in the fucking most random place ever, and I'm like, oh yeah, I need to go do
Dude,
this.
if
yeah.
BDSP did not do that, I would still be playing BDSP right now. I'm telling you, like, I'm 1000% serious. There's time. I don't even have a super rod in BDSP because I don't know where to get it.
Yeah, you could like if you miss an interaction in certain Pokemon games, you'll be lost until you do it.
Yeah.
Like in Pokemon Emerald,
you were like, here, get the show bell to make your Pokemon like you. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even know that as I'm trying to like grind a Golbat.
Well, like in Pokemon Emerald, when you get to like the 3rd or 4th city, you need Rock Smash after you beat the gym leader.
And it's not obvious.
Okay, it's in a random house, and you have to go and talk to a guy, and nothing is marked in this house or inside the house, and he's just like, hey,
I found this.
I'm the Rock Smash man. So like, dude, I'm like,
here you go.
Yeah. So like you know what I mean? You'll miss interactions like that, so you don't get that like in this game, I guess. I don't know. I think another thing that's different, and dude, for some reason this podcast I've been so like I don't know, I can't think straight for some reason. Like what I want to say next, because there's so much about this game. Pokemon grinding and how they evolve in this game. I know we talked about the moves, but
the fact that you can choose to evolve when you're ready.
Yeah, like instead of just pressing B, but I also like the move mastery. So like,
the strong style and the agile style.
Yeah, so compare that to well, they didn't have it in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, but they had like mega evolutions, they've had V moves, they had what is it called in Sword and Shield? When you have to
Gigamax,
Gigantamax and Gigamax. So this is this game's version of that. There's always a gimmick, you know what I mean? How does this gimmick compare to like other games gimmicks?
I like it a lot because it allows you. I like the fact that it allows you to change the order in which you attack, and you can see the order. Because some games is just like, I wonder if I'm going to outspeed this guy. This game will literally tell you, yes, your Pokemon outspeeds him. You're attacking first, and then say you use Quick Attack, and it says like you're going, and then he's going, you're going. You can use Quick Attack in an agile style, and it'll be like, actually, you get to attack twice in a row.
Yeah.
So there's like manipulation where you could do your first attack as agile, which is more guaranteed of a hit, but less damage. And then the next one, because you know you're going again, then you can invest your strong style move, which is less likely to hit, but you do more damage.
Yeah. Also, both take more PP.
Yeah,
like your
it
actual like
it.
the amount of you're gonna use per move. Now, like that's different than other games. So like, I don't think you played Sun and Moon, but they had these things where like it sounds kind of silly, but you would do a power up move, and like you could learn it per like typing. And like they would like do a little like hula dance or something like that, and then it would be like doing a strong style move where you do like
extra damage.
This like like it's like a powered up version of a certain type of move depending on the typing and stuff like that. So like in like Sword and Shield, when you Gigantamax, and then it has like the same name for every type. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it just says like Mega Flame or something like that. So even though it's Flamethrower, or it could be another Pokemon using Fire Blast.
Okay, it's just like that. Okay. So like that's the most close like you could get to this game doing that, but this game does it better because one, it explains things so much better.
Well, I also like that you have to grind to master a move. Some Pokemon just master it by leveling up, but then some it's like you have to use this specific move this many times and then you master it. And then there's some moves you just don't master at all, and then you have to go to like the karate lady at the home base and pay her, and she'd be like, "Yeah, I'll teach him how to master that move."
The other thing you can do, and this goes out to those people that like to just like hunt for things, you get the little seed, the mastery seed, and you give it to the lady, and then she does it. Like, you know what I mean?
And like, you can buy unorthodox moves from her to train or to teach her Pokemon, because like for the longest time, my Gyarados, obviously it's like Nombo is electric. So you know what? I taught it a ground move, and I was like, check this out. Not ground. No, ground. I taught it a ground move.
Yeah, you did.
And I'm like, check that out. Now you cannot run a Luxray against me, kind of thing.
Yeah, so like I don't really use the moves that much in this game unless it's like I need to like guarantee a kill and it's not very effective. Then I'll use a strong style thing, and it's nice to have it there. It's kind of like having like experience share for your whole team where you can turn it on and off. Like it's something that like it's nice to have, but I may not want to use it.
Yeah, because like, you can just play using normal moves.
Yeah, you don't ever have to do it. Now, something I just mentioned, you get XP for getting berries, you get XP for breaking down things.
Yep.
You get XP for catching Pokemon, and you get XP for your whole team, like no matter who you knock out with who. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But you only get so you get experience for your whole team shared if you catch or defeat a Pokemon, and then you can whatever Pokemon you choose to throw out to gather your berries or whatever. Only that specific Pokemon is the one that gets the experience. Now it's not a lot, but there's times where I've just needed that little bit, and it's like leveled up, and I'm like, wait, actually, that's so cool.
Yeah, I know a lot of people don't like experience all, which is like experience share for your whole team. I think in this game it doesn't matter.
There's no way you'd be able to grind all these Pokemon because there's not enough battles.
Yeah, and also there's not like anything you need to be grinded up for in this game.
We talked about this, like how you don't have to have a meta team comp in this game, because you could just have what you think is actually cool. Because trust me, in BDSP, there's Pokemon where I was like, wow, this one's actually cool, but it would get shit stomped in the Elite Four, so I can't actually run. Like I wanted Drifblim so bad, but there's really no spot on your team for a ghost type.
Yeah, you don't need it for like then that goes back to the whole like Pokemon isn't hard.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't need like you know exactly what you need ahead of time because guides exist, the computer exists. Dude, TikTok will literally be like, here's the top 5 tricks to beat Brilliant Diamond, Shiny Pearl, Cynthia. Like,
yeah, it's like those guys that were like, put a silencer on your gun in Call of Duty to out. Yeah, it's like now they're doing that for Pokemon, and I mean, if that's for you, then that's for you. But then also you could wear a blindfold and probably beat the game.
So like, I think that we can bring that into the next one. Then like, the Pokemon in this game compared to other Pokemon, while like it's not. The number isn't infinite. They don't have the full Pokedex, which for the people that complain that there's not a full Pokedex, because let me tell you, I'm so sick of that complaint, and I always bring that up on this podcast. There's a reason in this one, because this is the past time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this is way back before certain Pokemon were even.
There's no Rotom, man. I'm sorry.
No, there's a Rotom.
Is there?
Dude, deadass, I think there's a Rotom.
Oh, okay. Well, there's no like key Pokemon, if that's your thing.
Oh, Klefki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So like.
Or the anchor Pokemon.
Yeah, so like
or Garbodor. Like, I mean,
yeah, you know what I mean? Like there's a reason though, because we're way back in time before this Pokemon probably existed or that region existed. So like you can't be upset that there's not every Pokemon in this game. That being said, the Pokemon that are in this game I think was a really good choice.
Yeah.
I think Gen 4 has a lot of loved Pokemon in it, but they also mixed in a little bit of like other gens. Like having the starters not be all from one generation.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. And then also like,
and they carried some that have been carried throughout the games, like
Gen 1 Pokemon,
Magikarp, Gyarados,
exactly.
Pikachu.
Yeah. Now while we talk, I'm gonna look it up because I really want to know, because I have a favorite Pokemon. I've got a few favorite Pokemons. I know one of them isn't in it because he's.
I'm gonna take a guess.
Wait, do you already know?
Minchino.
Oh no, you're actually
Pachirisu.
I do like Pachirisu.
All creamy.
Okay, yeah, I think you know my favorite Pokemon, so like you're just naming them. I know those, like I know All Creamy's not. Oh, I put Pokemon. I know All Creamy's not going to be in it because obviously he came from Gen 8, like Sword and Shield. But Emolga is Gen 5, and I fucking love Emolga. I wish he was in this game because he makes sense, because he's like he could fly in the little trees.
Yeah,
but they don't have it.
Which is also a cool thing. If you get berries out of trees, Pokemon can pop out of the trees, like Burmese most commonly.
Dude, Burmese. Really,
and then also Geodudes and Gravelers can pop out of like the ore that you break to make the Pokeballs, which I think is also cool.
That's true. You know what? I will say they missed an opportunity in this game to have an additional Eevee evolution. This would be the perfect time to have an Eevee evolution.
Oh, like an old one that's like went like extinct or something?
Yeah, maybe it needs to be a rock Eevee. That would make sense, because then he would, yeah.
What if Eevee evolved just a normal type evolution? Like it was just like
actually that wouldn't be bad.
It was just normal again.
He was just like in
a bigger version
of Eevee. Well, I mean, you could just play as Eevee, I guess then. Yeah, I think I'm shit out of luck because I have not. Obviously, eventually, I want to catch all the Pokemon in this game. One of my favorite Pokemon is Ampharos. You know, like Mareep's evolution. Mm-hmm. I would have loved to see Ampharos in this game. It would have made zero sense though, because it seems like a futuristic Pokemon and this takes place in the past. Anyways, I think now you want to talk about what team you have. You've been running that you think is super quirky.
I think this team is pretty quirky. Now, granted, there's one Pokemon. I do have my starter. That's
you gotta have your starter.
Yeah, you gotta have your starter. I think in this game, there's no reason to actually get rid of your starter.
And I think what's cool about this game is, we said it just a second ago, you don't need this like super
it's all about
team.
Fun.
I think the best thing, one of my favorite things in this game, is that I've gotten a chance to play with Pokemon that I've wanted to, but I didn't because I didn't see a need for them.
Yeah.
So I'm having more fun.
I had a Dustox for a while, and I was like, why would I ever run Bug type? But it was just like cool to have.
I had an Alpha Beautifly, and I'm like, yo, she kind of wrecks, but like, I would just get shit stomped in a normal game if I ran her.
Exactly. So one of these Pokemon is going to change out because it is pretty basic from BDSP, but I'm just waiting. I just haven't had the ability to catch it yet.
You can also just include like your favorite Pokemon that you have. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll include what I'm going to replace that one with, and then I'll include the one that I'm trying to go for next.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
So right now I have Typhlosion. I have a Goodra. I have Gyarados, of course. That one was a given, but it's an Alpha Gyarados, so he is absolutely massive.
That's one of those that, like, to everyone else looking at your team, it's probably like, of course, he's running a Gyarados, but it's your favorite Pokemon,
yeah,
so
that one is.
It just happens to be a good Pokemon.
Yeah. So I have Luxray. That one I'm going for the Electivire. It's just when he's out. There's one that I found that he's Alpha and he's on Mount Cornet, but I swear to God, just eats Pokeballs for breakfast. Like I've fed him berries, I've stunned him, I've hit him in the back with the lead ball or the heavy ball. It does not matter. This man does not get caught. But it's Luxray for now. I have a Gliscor, which is so cool because
I was
Gliscor. Like obviously everyone loves Garchomp, but I was like, I would want to run a Gliscor, but I was like, Garchomp's just like
the better version.
So
yeah,
now
the difference though is that Gliscor's flying ground.
Yeah. And so that's why I'm like, I can play a cool Pokemon. That is my cool Pokemon, I think, Gliscor. And then same thing with Goodra being Steel Dragon. That's cool. So there's no need for dragon coverage with Garchomp anyways. And then I have a Dusknoir because once I saw in BDSP that once you go back to the Ghost Gym, she has a Dusknoir, and I was like,
really cool.
I was like, wait, this thing is so sick. And then when it uses like moves, it comes out of its like stomach, which is actually its like hidden mouth.
Yeah, he's way cooler than Dusclops. Like,
Dusclops was so mid.
Yeah, I know. He just got he reminds me of like a really fat mummy or something.
Yeah, it's
this
just
is like the way cooler
like,
version. Yeah.
So that's super cool. The Pokemon I said that I was replacing Luxray with already. The one that I'm going for, and I talked to Twizz off the podcast about this, is I really want to run a bug type Pokemon because I never do it. I want a Vespiquen so bad. And after playing for over 24 hours, I've only run into one female Combi, and I insta-killed it on accident. I was so under-leveled for it, and I still one-shot it. And I was like, you're freaking joking.
Yeah.
So if I do that, then that would probably be the one to replace Typhlosion. Because I already have ghost coverage with Dusknoir.
Yeah.
And then I can, not that coverage matters like we said in this game, but Dusknoir would be my ghost, and then I can teach him Fire Punch. So I literally would have Typhlosion completely covered.
Yeah. It took me a while to think like...
I would just have a flying heavy team.
Well, and like I said, in this game it's fine.
Is Vespiquen flying bug?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
For me,
that was my problem in BDSP. I had way too many flying Pokemon, and so when I ran into Volkner, he just like ran my shit, and I was like, all right.
I think the next Pokemon I want to get is Gardevoir. I really like Gardevoir.
I forgot Gardevoir's in this game.
And catching a Ralts is impossible.
Oh yeah, that's right. We talked about
Ralts
that.
Ralts is so hard to catch.
Ralts is like Abra, where it's just a tease. You're never gonna catch it.
Yeah, so like I've gotten the chance to play with like I said, a Pokemon that I really like. So like I have a Pachirisu on my team. He's an Alpha Pachirisu. He's level 50.
Oh, I caught an Alpha. I was gonna offer to trade if
dude,
you didn't see it.
A 50 Pachirisu is still strong. Like if I need it, like he can battle. I really just keep him on my team because he's cute and I like him. You know what I mean? Now I do have some like really strong Pokemon. Like I've got an Infernape. Okay. That
was like his first Pokemon too.
I never get to play with Infernape because I don't like fire type starters usually.
Have you seen the Alpha Torterra?
Wait, what?
There is an Alpha Torterra that you can run into.
He's man, like massive?
Dude, this dude takes up the whole map. Like he could be his own region played on his back.
Oh, jeez. And like, I think, okay, so my favorite typing, I don't know if we've ever talked about our favorite typing in Pokemon. I found out recently that it's electric, and I didn't know it was electric until I was like, it's weird that I like Pachirisu, Ampharos, and Emolga, and they're all electric Pokemon. I'm like, I just like electric Pokemon. I didn't know that.
I think my favorite typing is water, but I have my like favorite actual like
Pokemon
typing
that's not water? Or
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And it's 1000% Dragon Ghost.
Dragon Ghost is really cool.
It is.
I mean,
it's Dragapult.
Yeah, it's Dragapult. I think Dragapult. I know that typing.
Yeah, I think Dragapult is by far one of the coolest Pokemon because he's another one like Vespiquen where he has moves that are just for him. Like the Draco darts or whatever.
Yeah.
That is so sick. I think it's so cool when Pokemon have moves that are literally just for them. No one else can learn these. You have to have this Pokemon to have it.
Yeah. I do have 2 rock type Pokemon, which usually sucks, but they're just like so strong in this game, or at least the ones that I have. So I've got Rhyperior, and watch me lose my mind.
Dude, there's an Alpha Rhyperior on Mount Cornet. Claps.
Well, that's what I have.
Oh, you got that one?
Well, I caught it as an Alpha Rhyhorn and just evolved it all the way up. Okay, He's not rock. He's ground. I have an alpha Hippowdon.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
this big turtle guy.
Wait, turtle?
Well, isn't he? Oh, a hippo.
He's a hippo.
I'm losing my fucking mind, dude. And then I got my Yanmega, not alpha, which is kind of sad, but I do really like Yanma. So like Yanmega.
When you told me Yanmega, like at the beginning, if that was like on your original team, I was like, that's a sick Pokemon.
Dude, he's actually
it's like super quirky too.
He's really strong because he's really fast. So being able to be fast and still pull off rock moves is rare because usually rock Pokemons are typically
because
slow.
what's your rock move? Ancient Power.
Ancient Power, and it's a really strong move.
Doesn't it only have 5 PP though?
Yeah,
that's so sad.
It's kind of tragic. I have a Honchkrow that I don't really use, but I do have a Honchkrow. An Alpha Honchkrow, level 56 now, does not obey me.
That's right.
So like
that's how my Munchlax was, because I had an Alpha Munchlax that was like 20 levels over leveled.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm finally going to use him. And he just got clapped because 3 times in a row he's like, no. Man. And I was like, all right, thanks.
Yeah. So, and then eventually there's some Pokemon that I do want to catch. Like, I really want a Gliscor because I love Gliscor. That's one of my top 5 favorite Pokemons. I also think Electrode in this game, his Hisuian Electrode, his typing is so unique.
It doesn't make sense though, because that is not, I mean, spoiler, if you don't want to know about one of the battles, sure. He's one of the Pokemon you have to quell. He's a Lord.
Mm-hmm.
And he's in a tree. Like, I mean, it's strange, but like, that's where I have my one thing with this game. Electric grass makes absolutely no sense, I think.
Why?
I think that is such a weird typing.
Bro, there's way more weird typings. There's electric water. That makes no sense.
Wishcash, right? No,
yes. No, that's
Lantern,
ground.
Lantern. Yeah.
Well, that's groundwater. That also doesn't make sense.
That's true.
Because
I guess that could be the bottom of the ocean.
That would be rock water, though. I think groundwater means he's on land, which makes no fucking sense.
What's the move where you kick the sand?
Mud slap? Or sand attack?
Yeah, isn't that a ground move?
Yeah.
So okay, it could be. I mean, I may be stretching.
You know what I mean? Like, I just think there's a lot of typings that don't make sense.
But okay, I understand why he's grass, because in this game you craft.
He's made of wood.
Yeah, you craft the Pokeballs out of like the acorn. Yeah. So for this game, I understand.
Avalugg? Oh, where do you see Avalugg at?
Above Lucario.
I'm losing my mind. I don't like Lucario. Oh yeah, Avalugg's cool. Oh, he looks different in this game.
The one Pokemon that I really like, and this may be a hot take because he is the ugliest Pokemon probably in the whole universe, Glalie.
You think Glalie? Okay, I like Frostlass. He have, like, his evolution is cooler, but
well, no, you choose. Doesn't Snornut?
What?
Yeah, Snornut either becomes.
Okay, first off, he's not Snornut.
What is he?
Snorunt?
Snorunt? Oh shit! I've always called him Snornut, dude.
Snornut. Oh lord.
I also have a Probass. I love that one.
Oh.
From Nosepass?
Yeah.
Because Nosepass is incredibly ugly too.
And I got a Porygon Z.
Which is so cool that you found that, because Porygon is one of those Pokemon in this game where you have to evolve. You have to give him like an upgrade module to get him to Porygon 2, and then you have to give him a dubious disc, and then he becomes Porygon Z. So you have to evolve him twice with items, which sucks.
I found him as a Porygon Z.
I know, that's crazy.
Okay, so I think we've talked about... Okay, first off, before I move on to the next thing, Ursaluna might be the ugliest fucking Pokemon in this whole game. Yo.
But it's so unique. I'm so glad that they gave Ursaring like an evolution.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. But his name is Ursaluna, and he only evolves under a full moon, and he's not dark type.
Oh, like Umbreon? Yeah, that makes sense.
Why is he normal ground?
Yeah.
Okay, I get that Teddiursa's normal and Ursaring's normal.
Well, for the flavoring of the game, he's ground because he digs up the items.
I know that. So why isn't he ground dark?
Oh, you're saying just take away the normal.
Take the normal
okay.
Away. He's no longer normal if he goes under a full moon and becomes Ursaluna. Like
Ursaluna, where have you been, Loca?
He has moon in his name. I don't know. I think that's okay. I have very, very little things wrong with this game. Fucking put that on the list.
Okay, so I have Voltorb, you have Ursaluna. That's fair.
Yeah. Okay, I love the Voltorb typing. That's so cool.
Oh, I had a Toxicroak for the longest time. I think Toxicroak is so cool, but Krogunk looks like a pervert. You cannot tell me I'm wrong. So I had to look at that dumbass face for a long time before I got my Toxicroak.
And Cleaver, not a cool Pokemon.
No.
I think Cleaver's really lame. I think he might be the most mid-looking. Like he's not a legendary,
pseudo-legendary.
Yeah, he might be a pseudo.
Well, he's considered a lord, is what they're calling them in this game.
Cringe.
Yeah.
He's not cool. Okay,
what are your opinions on Lot Bunny?
Is she kind of thick though?
She really do be thick.
I told my 2000s gamer dude friend. Yeah. When we were playing,
I would leave you for a Lot Bunny.
No, she was like, oh my god, what is that? And I got up really close, and like for some reason, Lot Bunny is so big in this game. Not even the alpha one, just like a regular Lot Bunny. I was like, oh my god, dude, she look like a dominatrix.
All right.
That's why these Pokemon games aren't meant for our age. Okay, so then
don't look up. Never mind.
Yeah, no.
Lot Bunny Rule 34.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about good parts of this game. Is there anything significantly you would change, or things that you dislike about the game, or things that you think people like dislike the most about the game?
I think people just want more battles, and we've already talked about that. So that's just going to be my brief touch on it. I think the one thing that I wish they saw,
for you personally,
wish we saw more of is, we've said this before. I think, and when you have a completely like revamped game like this, there's Pokemon that are like have no evolutions that deserve a second evolution, and there's Pokemon that deserve a third evolution. Like we talked about Carnivine. Carnivine has such a cool design for a Pokemon that I really think he deserves a evolution. This would be like a type of game where you'd be like, back in the day, he used to evolve, kind of thing, or something like that. You know what I mean? Like,
yo, honestly, that makes sense though.
Or they should have added like more. Like you should be able to find like Aerodactyl like alive.
Okay,
Kabuto and
going
Kabutops.
into this game. Oh, first off, I have to double check because, I already knew.
Like all the fossil Pokemon, you should be able to find alive without having to do any kind of like reviving of the fossil, because this is so far in the past.
I'm glad you bring that up, because that is something I was going to say. That like this was their opportunity to do something like that.
Yeah, or even add even more fossil Pokemon that you can't even get.
Total extinct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or we'll see.
No fossil record kind of thing.
I didn't mention this earlier, but have you noticed that the name of each place in this game is the name of towns in BDSP?
Yeah, and they're like villages, like Jubilife Village.
Yeah, or like you can see the pre-version of like the big cave you go through, because it's a little cave. Like that is so cool.
I also really appreciate the fact that everyone is in traditional Asian garb.
Oh, that is cool. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all wearing robes, or they're all wearing the like you can get a karate outfit essentially.
Well, like you can wear like kimonos and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I think that is so cool, because it really, I mean, the game is made in Japan, so it's like it's so cool that
it's based off of like Pokemon is based off of real regions, and the majority of games are based off of Japan regions.
Yeah.
And so like granted, there has been like X and Y took place in France or something like that. Like, you know what I mean? So like there has been times where it hasn't been the same, but like you're right, that is really cool. And I also think I'm not one,
because it really shows you that they've gone back in time. You're wearing traditional kimonos and sandals, not like your like normal Pokemon hunter gear kind of thing.
Yeah. You know what? I'll get into clothes and customization at the very end, I think, because I'm going to tie that into my like the last point. But I think the only like I don't really have a lot of negatives for this game. My only negative is that I wish it explained why Pokemon got to attack twice before it happens,
or why there are alpha Pokemon. It just kind of said like, now there's alpha Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
What made them alpha? Are they just inherently bigger, or was it
because what
like,
happened to that?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because like when they're frenzied, it shows that like a lightning bolt came from that rift in the sky and it struck that Pokemon. That's what caused it to get frenzied, which is different than the like, what's it, Mega Evolution or whatever it is, the Pokemon.
Yeah. I think also my other negative of this game, first off, we didn't mention this earlier, but this is one of the biggest talking points in the whole thing. The graphics in this game
look like a 2008 Nintendo or a GameCube game.
I don't care.
Oh, I mean, I don't care.
I don't fucking care.
I know that was a gripe that I was seeing.
Yeah.
But have you been, okay, if you haven't and you're watching this, you haven't been to a region where it's either snowing or raining yet, look at your clothes when you stand in the rain too long. You will physically shake off water off of your skin or off of your clothing. Your clothes gets darker. So like the dark blue or the blue kimono that you're wearing becomes dark blue. Your hat becomes more like a maroon because it's showing that it's wet. They paid some attention. They wanted it to look like this,
you know
by the way.
I'm calling a fucking audible. This is going to be the like shut up hater section, okay? Let's correct some hate really quick. So I'll start with graphics. This game, the biggest thing that people are complaining about in this game is that it doesn't look like Breath of the Wild. Ooh, look, it's gonna do. I saw this TikTok.
That's Zelda,
dude. I saw this this TikTok where it's like, watch, it's gonna pan up and it's gonna look like a PS2 game, and then it panned up, looks like a good Pokemon game, and he starts laughing. He's like, yeah, dude, look. And then like Moist Critical was like, he's like, it's just objective that this game is empty and then the graphics look bad, and if you disagree with that, then you're just a shill. And like,
dude,
you're just like, bro,
this is on a Switch. This thing gets what, 30 FPS at best?
No, see, now the thing is though, people are gonna say, yeah, but Breath of the Wild did it. But also, this isn't fucking Breath of the Wild.
This is what they want, dude. That's be like you're playing Animal Crossing and you want it to look like an actual grizzly bear. Like,
so
that's not what this game is.
Pokemon isn't meant to be hyper.
You're not running this on a 3090 at ultra settings, dude. I don't want to. I literally do not want to have to like be so clear that I'm seeing like the individual fragments on a like Flareon's tail.
Also,
like,
it would be one.
Because if I saw Krogunk's like face in 4K, I would never play the game again.
No, but like seriously though, like if this game was hyper realistic, it would lose its charm.
Yeah,
because then it would be like
supposed to be Pokemon.
Because then you're hurting animals.
Yes.
Like, to me, if this was hyper realistic and I used a flamethrower on a wormhole, bro, I deadass just killed something.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to think like that.
If you want this and you want it to be realistic, go create a Nuzlocke or something like that. Go create a realistic 4K Pokemon game.
Yeah, do something.
And like, walk around with like a, I don't know, what do you want to walk around with? Like a gun? You want to like kill Pokemon?
Yo, Mr. Mime in real life, fucking terrifying.
Yeah, imagine if this dude just started walking up like this.
You saw him in Detective Pikachu? That guy, actual pedophile. You said it earlier.
Yeah.
Mr. Mime, yeah. Bro.
Mr. Mime's definitely sus.
So like, I think that if you think this game has bad graphics, you're confusing it for something that it's not, and it's not trying to be. It's not trying to be.
No one. I don't think the devs were like, hey, this game's going to be the best quality graphics that we've ever released in a game.
The gameplay's fun though.
Yes.
Like the point of it is the gameplay, the creatures, the experience you're having, not necessarily how it looks, which by the way, looks way better than other Pokemon games.
Yeah.
Like if you go back and look at the game that just came out a few months ago, bro, this is like so much better than
if you were playing Smash and you were playing a hero like, let's say Samus, and you played against Mr. Game & Watch. Do you want Mr. Game & Watch?
Dude, he needs to look realistic.
He needs to look realistic, right? He needs to look like an actual real life stick man. Do you see how stupid you sound?
Yeah, so like to me it's like a really dumb thing to be like, well, this game did it better. Go play that game.
Yeah. Because
that's not what this is. And like it doesn't need to be that, because I remember going back and playing Gen 1 and Gen 2, and those graphics are really shitty. And I know they're from 2000, but it's like that's just like it's just how Pokemon is. You know what I mean? I think oh god. What was I gonna say? You better think of something, because I've lost my mind again being upset about this. I hate that. I really hate the whole like graphics look bad, because I don't actually think they look bad.
No.
In fact, my fiance, when she saw the game, she's like, wow, it looks so pretty. Like everything looks realistic.
Yes.
But like not too realistic.
It's exactly like Minecraft. Minecraft is Minecraft. Now, if you want it to look more realistic, you can go and download external shaders and do that for you. But that's not what the game is intended for.
You know what people do? Complain about graphics and then go play Valorant. Yo, because Valorant, bro, you're playing a child's
half of y'all
game.
that are complaining about graphics can't even run Overwatch on low settings at 60 frames because you're running store-bought PCs.
Imagine,
so, like, I really don't want to hear it, because guess what? I have a ridiculous rig at home and I play Overwatch on low settings and I think it looks amazing.
Yeah, like Overwatch, if it was realistic, like
imagine if real Soldier 76. I don't want to see my grandpa walking around with a gun being, young punks, get off my...
Shoots you in the fucking face? No. Like, it's not meant to be that. Okay.
Dude, there'd be an actual Harambe jumping around the map deploying cover with a Tesla gun if you wanted it to be realistic.
Better hope you don't fucking run into a Widow, because she's going to shoot a 50 cal through your head, bro.
Yeah, and actually, Hanzo's going to pin you to the wall, like acupuncture, but from range. And then Widow would be a blue person.
Hey, dude.
You seen a blue person before?
I don't know. I've smurfed a couple times, but
Moon Gorilla.
The other thing that people complain about this game, which I also think is not justified, that the game is empty.
It's not empty. If it's empty, you're just in the wrong region. I don't know.
What? Like,
there's Pokemon everywhere. Sometimes I feel like there's too many interactions.
Pokemon.
Yes.
Okay. At one point when I was going through the very first region, there was too many Pokemon. I'm trying to catch a single fucking Togepi and I'm chasing him around. Meanwhile,
Dude, yes,
level 5 Weasel chasing my ass using like Aqua Jet on the ground.
One thing I was
me.
told my wife, I was said, this game is so fun, but I thought there'd be a lot more timid Pokemon that you would have to actually really sneak up on. There's a lot more aggressive.
Ass,
yeah.
But they
why is a level 5 Weasel aggressive?
Yeah.
Now, Float Soul at level 50, I think it should be like a level thing where they get aggressive.
Yeah. Well, like they say it though, like it makes sense because people are afraid of Pokemon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I get why they chase after you, but in no way is this game empty.
No.
And I
was trying to chase a Mime Jr. for so long, and Mime Jr. is timid and it runs away. And like if you try to battle it, it will run from the battle too. And same thing. I was getting chased by everything under the sun besides Mime Jr.
Yeah. Or and like they'll be like, and like maybe you're not talking about the Pokemon not being in the game making it like empty. Maybe you're like, oh well, the landscape gets repeated. It's like, well, yeah, but the landscape changes throughout the whole game. There's different regions within the region.
You're giving your opinion after playing the game for 10 minutes.
Or you watch the trailer, or you watch a Twitch streamer say something, and you want to be like the edgelord and be like hating on the game. Yo, this game, okay.
Yeah, I can copyright your like what y'all complaints are from your probably favorite streamer.
Exactly. I think those are the two biggest complaints of this game. Like, I think if this many people were like complaining, then I don't know if I said this in the last podcast or I just said it to you, but Pokemon last year was the highest selling year of Pokemon ever.
Yeah.
Ever. This 20 years this company's been around, or 25 years, the highest sales ever. So like these complaints are like, you're in the minority. You're not, I know you're trying to think like, oh, I'm edgy. I'm going along with what the famous streamer says. But like people are buying the game. Like I think you just need to let people enjoy what they enjoy.
Yeah. Okay. And that brings me to the easy clap of the week. We talked about this, but very briefly. I have the easy clap of the week. And you know what? I had very opinions on this person, and I think they've changed their life for the better. But I think my easy clap of the week is Logan Paul.
What the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah, we talked about this.
This is so random.
We talked about
We're not even talking about Pokemon, but go for it.
Logan Paul with a Pokemon community.
We're going off the rails.
Did he help the community or did he hurt the community? Because I asked you, do you think Logan Paul went and bought BDSP, and do you think he went and bought Legends of Arceus? He claims to be this nostalgia, blah, 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 this and that. Is that all for publicity and views? Or do you think he actually went and bought these games?
I don't know. I
doubt it.
Yeah, no, I don't
think... He just bought the Charizard because there was money to be made.
Well, yeah.
If you could buy a limited edition copy of this game and keep it sealed, he probably would have. But because there wasn't, that's my biggest gripe.
I'm not going to shit on collectors because some people, pardon me, actually like do that. You know what I mean? He just happens to be famous and do that. So I don't know him enough to be like,
I don't like it.
He's a shithole for doing.
No, I didn't say that.
Some people in like maybe his thing is collecting,
but it's just like the claim to be like this and that, and then it's like, have you ever played a game?
Like to me is so listen. I'm not gonna gatekeep Pokemon. I think gatekeeping is really cringy. So if he wants to enjoy Pokemon, that's fine. Do I think that he affected the Pokemon market, specifically Pokemon cards? Yes. I think he has that kind of influence. Unfortunately, that it became popular partially because of him, which I hate to say because I wish it was just by itself, but I'm glad that Pokemon is more popular.
Yeah.
So I think it's like one of those things where it's like, it was a negative that had a positive outcome. So like Pokemon's more popular now for a negative, like because of a negative reason. And like, that's just how it is. So like, I don't think there's a right answer to that.
I was playing that into like the hype beast. Like you're only liking Pokemon because your favorite streamer did it. You don't actually like it. And then those are the same people that are complaining the game is something that it's not.
Okay. I don't think you can have you can't warrant your complaints for this game without playing at least half of it, I think.
Yeah.
Just like saying you don't like an anime without watching at least 3 or 4 episodes of it. You can't just watch one episode and be like,
well, it's like, how can you say this game is empty? Because what are you comparing it to? If you haven't played anything else in the past, that's what I'm saying. People that are like, I'm not saying like, hey, the people that this is my first game ever, and then you have your complaint, that's perfectly fine. But like, I'm talking about these hype beast specific people, because those are the ones in these Twitch chats and in these like TikTok saying like, this game is garbage and you're a scum if you bought it, kind of thing. Yeah. Like, you're only saying that because that's cool to say.
Yeah. Well, also like in other Pokemon games, you didn't see Pokemon in the overworld, so that's empty. Yeah. There is no Pokemon in the overworld. This one, you can see what you're going to run into, which makes it inevitably like inherently more full.
That's what I was going with the Logan Paul thing. I think it's created some toxic people that are like, yeah, this game isn't this, and it's like, well, it never was meant to be.
Exactly. That was the whole point of like the last conversation we had too. Is just like also like there's this meme that like I always see whenever people complain about like the fact that like we like Overwatch so much because
you
Overwatch
like a dead game,
bro. Overwatch gets hated on so much. There's this meme where it's like, you know, there's these people like sitting at a TV watching and they put the Overwatch League on, and like someone's in the background being like, that's so lame, turn that off, that's a dead game, and then like no one's listening to them. It's like, bro, just like let people enjoy things that they like.
It's also like, speaking of that, all the people that are saying Overwatch is a dead game and Overwatch 2 is never coming out, you will be the first person in line to buy that game when Overwatch 2 comes out.
Into Overwatch. Okay,
I'm telling you, but those are the same people.
They are the same people.
They're the same people that shit on this game. If they literally did an exact copy of this Pokemon game next year, they'd still buy it.
Yeah, they would. I know.
Just to complain about it too. Yeah. Which, guess what? They got your money.
They did get your money. Which, like, whatever. Everyone has the right to their opinion. You just need to stop gatekeeping and also being toxic.
Yeah, everyone has the right to their opinion, and everyone else has the right to the wrong ones.
Okay, now that we're at the end of this, and that was a huge tangent. What is your first off rating of the game? Where do you rank it amongst other Pokemon games? And then like your overall opinion of like the whole thing. Like if you were to summarize why you have that opinion.
This game. So, okay. I'm going to give you my baseline from what I'm judging it from, because my favorite game of all time is Emerald. Emerald is a 10 out of 10 game.
I have a follow-up question after you say these, by the way.
Sword and Shield is a 9 out of 10.
Oh, I was going to ask you what you thought about Sword and Shield.
9 out of 10. This game is an 8.5 out of 10, just because my personal opinion on the lack of battles.
Yeah.
And the text and stuff like that. That's just something I can't get by, because I've been like, wow, like it's 4 a.m. I've been playing this game for 6 hours, and I'm like, the last thing I want to run into is 2 minutes of text. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And I mean,
but besides that, this game, I mean, that scores based off of those other games. Otherwise, I think this game would be, if this is your first game, I would rate this. If this was my first Pokemon game, I'd be like, I'm having 10 out of 10 levels of fun.
Yeah. Well, and I understand your like frustration with that too, because it kind of feels like you're training Pokemon for nothing.
Yes.
When you don't get to battle anyone.
It's like, cool, my Pokemon are stronger, so now I just get to fight other alpha Pokemon. But once I catch those Pokemon, then what am I fighting?
Yeah. No, that makes sense. And this game, very clearly the basis is not fighting.
Yeah.
And so like
that's the one thing I miss.
Yeah.
It'd be like if Call of Duty became like a hide and seek game. I'd be like,
yeah. But to me, this is very similar, speaking of Call of Duty, to going to jetpacks. And it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's one of those things. And like, to me, first off, okay, Sword and Shield. I'm glad you brought that up, because I was going to ask you what your opinion was on Sword and Shield. That game's a 9 out of 10 for me. And it is one of
I love that game.
Dude, it's one of my favorite Pokemon games.
That's the game I came back to. And more than now, granted, I don't know what half the Pokemon are, because they were from the generations that I missed.
Yeah.
But the game is amazing.
Dude.
The playthrough was amazing. The whole storyline. The one thing is that I just don't like the fact that you're guaranteed to catch on Eternatus.
Oh,
see, that's my only gripe. That's what makes it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah,
is because there's no like sitting in like teary-eyed crying, holding B to try to catch your legendary with an Ultra Ball kind of thing.
Yeah, I think so. Like that game to me though. So I played every Pokemon game since Red and Blue. I have Yellow. I have the physical copy of every game, and that game is better than every single other game apart from
Ruby Red.
Sapphire and Black and White are tied with that game for my favorite games of all time. This game is my favorite Pokemon game I've ever played.
Oh, that's surprising.
This Legends of Arceus shit is a 10 out of 10 for me. I know it's like, it just came out, like give it time to age. Like I will, but I'm telling you right now, I've never had this much fun playing Pokemon since like Sword and Shield came out, since Black and White came out, and since Pokemon Go came out. This is on that same level of like,
where like everyone was out Pokemon going for that first like 3 months.
You know how like everyone looks back and is like, dude, I remember when Pokemon Go came out and that summer happened, and like we had so much fun going out and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's the kind of fun I'm having in this game, because this game is for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm one of those people that's like, I don't really care about battling anymore because I've done it for 20 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm kind of tired of battling. Like granted, this isn't a game that like I want every single game to be like, because then it loses its charm.
Yeah.
But
it could be like Call of Duty where they do one game like that, like one game with jetpacks, one game on the ground, one game with jetpacks.
Yeah.
Same thing with this. So you could do one open world, one normal one, which is what they kind of did. They're like, you know what? This is going to be different. So what we'll do for all the haters is we'll just redo BDSP and give y'all a regular game 6 months before this one. So if you hate this game, okay, go play BDSP.
Yeah.
We gave you that.
I think you're totally allowed to not like this game because, like I said, it's not for everyone. Yeah. Now, granted, it's for the majority of people because it's going to probably sell more than any Pokemon game ever will.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that. And I know that the general consensus is that the game is good. Not great, but it's good. And that, like, the haters are, like, people that hate the game are in the minority. But, like,
a good example, if you go to Twitch right now when you're watching this and you just look at the amount of views that this game has, because Twitch will tell you how many people are watching a specific game. Just look at the amount of views that this game is probably getting. And then I'll show you how entertaining it is.
Yeah. Like, also, people are still going to watch you. Like, I know the people that, like, don't like the game. Like, they're still watching the gameplay of it. Like, you're still...
If you didn't even buy the game and you have an opinion, you had to have seen something somewhere.
Yeah.
So you're still interested.
Yeah. I don't know what it is about this game that I'm not even... I'm probably halfway through with the game, and I've spent so many hours on it. And, like, I don't want it to be over, because I don't want to have to restart it, but I will restart it and I'll probably do the same thing again because, dude, I was telling my fiance, it's like in Fortnite. Do you remember?
In Fortnite?
Okay, I know people are like, do you remember OG Fortnite when you could do the L dance and hit a victory royale? Okay, that's not as fun as getting max, like, wood and max steel and brick and then building a sky base and then going and getting more max everything. That gathering and breaking down trees. Do you remember being like, one time it was like,
let's take down the whole Moisty Mire or whatever it was.
Let's literally knock down this whole place. I had more fun doing that than actually
playing the
people.
game. Yeah.
Okay. And I wasn't bad at Fortnite either, which is crazy because I just enjoy doing that shit. So that's what this game does to me, or like for me. So like for me, this is a 10. I don't have like I said, I don't have a single negative about this game apart from like Ursaluna looking like, what the fuck are you, dude? And I kind of wish that there was maybe more Pokemon like in the Pokedex.
Yeah.
But I don't want there to be every Pokemon in the Pokedex.
Yeah. For me, this game, man, I had my train of thought and it just like, yeah, you may have to take this one over.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, that's pretty much it. Other than like,
imagine... I have it.
Okay, yeah, whatever.
BDSP. When I beat the Elite Four the first time, I was so happy. Like one of the happiest I think I've been in a video game because I knew how difficult that task was. It'd be like completing Dark Souls. You know what I mean? You're like, holy crap, I did it.
Did you beat Cynthia? Yeah.
Did I ever go back and try to battle Cynthia again the second time through? No, because I don't want to have to grind that much more to get my Pokemon that level. Do you know what I mean? Like you said, this game, I'm what I would call almost done with the main story. I'm going to still keep playing.
Yeah.
Like, and I will continue grinding this game. Like, you know what I mean? Where I would not grind BDSP past beating the Elite Four the first time.
Yeah, this is like, to me, I don't want to say mind-numbing gameplay, but like, I'm not like...
It's like when you used to load up a Minecraft server and you just like would mine in the underground for like ore. And you're just like, I don't have any plans of building
like,
a base, but I'm going to mine this whole goddamn strip.
Yo, that is exactly this. Like I get off from playing Overwatch or I just get off of work or something. And like, I'm like, you know, I could just run around.
It's just a massive escape because it's almost like, because it's open world, it's almost like a RPG where you're like, this is me.
I think something that they could go off from this that would make this even better, and what could potentially make it like a GOAT game, like a greatest game of all time to me, make it like actually an MMO. Like make it so you can interact with other people.
Yeah.
In these regions. Yeah. So you and your friends can load up kind of like you're going into World of Warcraft, but you're
like,
going to
hey,
go
battle me.
Imagine an alpha Pokemon that's actually so high level that...
Oh, it's like Pokemon Go where like multiple people have to defeat it. That's cool.
Exactly like that.
My one request, get Pokemon on an Oculus. Make Pokemon VR.
Oh, that seems really cool.
That would be the coolest crap. And that's the last thing I'm going to say for this podcast.
Yeah. I mean... I know there's like mods you can go and do that, but yeah, if they did the actual thing, dude, we're getting into very Sword Art Online shit where it's like, fucking realistic. But
dude, Elon Musk is gonna plant a chip in my brain, and I'm gonna be like riding a dragon,
and then eventually you're gonna be like, I wish I could feel it. And then before you know it, you get burned by a Flareon and like you're actually burning. Oh my
Blaziken, please fire blast me.
So that's pretty much it for our Pokemon review. I know we kind of ranted a lot in this one actually, but I think if you combine our two scores, we're sitting at like a 9.25 or something for the game.
No, I did 8.5, you did 10. Yeah.
Yeah. So like overall, very, very, very positive.
And what I said was, if this was your first Pokemon game, you're not comparing it to other ones, this is a 10 out of 10 level of fun for me.
Yeah.
So I would still give this.
Yeah. And like, I felt like I had to preface my score with the fact that like,
I think it still catches a 10 in between us average. I think it still catches a 10.
Like somewhere in the 9 to 10. Like,
and we will not do that often.
I don't think so.
Overwatch, 10 out of 10 game.
Yeah, it's 10. Like,
that's the only other time.
I preface shit with like, you know, I've played every game. I'm not one of those people that's just like, this is my first game, so I don't know. Dude, I do know. I've probably like played more than most people and I've competed. So like, you know what I mean? Like I've got the full round. It'd probably be like if someone had an opinion on Overwatch that only played up into like silver rank or something. Okay.
Yeah, you metal rank fucks.
That's pretty much it for us, guy. You can find us on TikTok. Wait, why did I say TikTok first? Easy Clap Podcast on TikTok, on Spotify, it's on YouTube, Pub Sports Radio. Before we plug ourselves, I don't do the plug. I made 2000s Gamer Dude plug. So.
That's right. Hey, if you want to keep yourself nice and clean shaven, you know, maybe for the Valentine's Day coming up, who knows? Use code PubSport Radio on manscaped.com to get $24 off their all-in-one package. Maybe make yourself happy. Maybe make your partner happy.
Did you know that I shaved my armpits?
Was it with a Manscaped?
It was.
That we got for free?
Okay, listen. We make a lot of money on this podcast.
That's right.
So I can afford all the luxury things. And I said, you know what? What if I shave my armpits? And guess what? That's the best fucking decision I've ever made in a long time. Okay.
All right.
Anyways, you can find me on Twitter at Jonah_Christ. Check out our TikTok because, you know, we be TikToking, tic-tacking, and patty-whacking. What's up? You gonna plug yourself?
Yeah. I'm actually live streaming this right now on Twitch, actually, on my Twitch, Soapydishwaters. So next week, if you want to watch it live, you can also watch it on my Twitch first at Soapydishwaters with an S at the end. On Twitter, you can find me at Sean Thompson 10_, and then also at Talk Overwatch on Twitter, 2 accounts. That's it for me.
He's smurfing on Twitter.
I am smurfing on Twitter.
Next week, we're gonna talk about Call of Duty and Valorant and Overwatch, and also there's been a lot of purchases for companies. Most notably, Microsoft bought all of fucking Activision Blizzard.
Dun dun.
And then also Sony bought Bungie.
Dun dun.
People that own Destiny and Halo. So fucking stick around for that, guys.
Stay tuned, gamers.
Stacy girls, it's going down.